My wife loved plants, and so she planted these really beautiful trees. And she said, "Oh, that would be so wonderful. Then Karen's spirit would be there." I'm like, yeah. And I said, "Okay, fine." And so then I just went up there and by myself and just mixed the ashes. But it's like, you know, it is the person, but it isn't the person. You know, it's like it's a strange kind of feeling, and you'll find the same thing as you get older and people pass away that you know, grandmas and grandpas and so on and so forth. That, you know, it is them, but it isn't them. You know, and whether you believe in anything or not believe in anything, that person is certainly not there. But it gives you always have those thoughts, you know, about that person. But yeah, they take the body and then they take them to the funeral home, and then they embalm. Now back then they didn't embalm people. Embalm means they take all the fluids out of the body and replace it with formaldehyde so that it preserves the body, and that's why. And then they put makeup on and stuff so that it looks as natural as you possibly can. And then that way, the body, when you go to a funeral home, how many people have gone to a funeral home seen a dead body? Right, you go in and you look and they, but I can't touch it. I can't. It's just too like. Yeah, you know, some people like, "Oh, grandma," you know, I can't. I mean, there's certain things you can do and certain things you can't do, and that's one of the things I can't do. And then they bury it. And back then, because the fact they didn't embalm you, that's what it's called, to be embalmed. All the blood's gone, and then they replace with this fluid. You had to get buried pretty quick, because if you die, in the South especially, if it's summertime, that body starts getting right quick, and so you would die on one day, and they would bury you on the next day. William Faulkner, when he died in August of 1962, and and you know, here's one of the most famous authors in America, and most people couldn't make it there that fast because you had to get there the next day. And there's a, let's see if any of the pictures. No, there's none of the pictures. There, just by chance, a guy came down to take pictures of him. This is real. This one's really good. And he died, and so he took pictures of the funeral. Otherwise, there would be no pictures of the funeral whatsoever. What Callista said, back to the summary now. Callista said is that, so this